Morning. We'll start in a moment or two, but if you need a prop, something you might want to substitute as a prop, so a strap, always a good substitute, a block, something you can use as a block, cushion, blanket, pillow. Now's a good time to find that. So, good morning, everyone. My name is Satyam. I'll be leading your practice. As always, consult with a medical professional before you begin any exercise program. Let's begin coming onto our backs, finding our way to Shavasana. Heels are nice and wide, edges of the mat. Toes fall out. Shoulder blades together on the back. Arms slightly away from your sides, palms are facing up. Eyes are softly closed. Long, slow inhales through the nose. Long, slow exhales through the nose. And breathing from the belly. Chest stays in neutral. Diaphragm moves down, belly rises on the inhale. Chest still in neutral, diaphragm moves up, belly falls on the exhale. Allowing yourself to feel at rest, at peace. Feeling that all is right with your inner world. Just for the moment, focusing on you. Hopefully you're healthy, you're happy, you're safe. Our inner world can be anything we want it to be, regardless of what's happening in the external world. Maybe you're lengthening inhales, lengthening exhales, relaxing a little deeper. Setting a sankalpa, an intention for your practice. Something positive. Something that you feel a connection with. If you don't have an intention for today's practice, perhaps it might be to pay a little more attention to your inner world, to nurture it, and to pay less attention to the external world. A lot of it are things we don't need or want to know anyways. The internal world is happy, all is bliss. The external world has often a way of souring the internal world. More internal, less external. Beginning to deepen the breath. Keeping the eyes closed, slowly turning head side to side. Back to center. Some movements to the hands, curling on curling fingers. Movements to the feet, curling on curling toes. Rolling out wrists, ankles, going both directions. Ankles come together, toes away from the shins, arms by your sides, palms down. Keeping the arms relatively straight. Inhale the arms straight up overhead, exhaling all the way to whatever is behind you. Switching up the breath. Breath in. Exhale, arms come forward, palms touch down alongside the body. Inhaling overhead, fingers reaching away from the body, palms facing up. Exhale, down and forward. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, down and forward. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, down and forward. Inhale, up and back. Let's keep the arms overhead. Circling left wrist with right thumb, forefinger. Keeping shoulders on the mat. Keeping hips on the mat. Take a breath in. On the exhale, let's send both arms, torso to the right. So we're not lifting, we're just going to the sides. We're not lifting left shoulder. Ankles together, toes to the sky. Both heels come to your right. And we hold, Bananasana. So we're breathing into left ribs, left hip, left side, feeling some opening, some space there. If this is uncomfortable for the shoulders, you can do something different. You can hold elbows, or you can just release the arms. You can even bring the arms by your sides if you really need to. But you still want to get the opening through the ribs. So you're trying to send the torso to the side. Arms less important for the pose. Ankles are still together, toes are to the sky. So we'll go back to doing some warm-ups, but this is just a good opportunity to do the side stretch while we're lying on our back. So this is going to be a yin hold, a long hold. And there's always certain things to keep in mind in your yin practice. You want to come into the pose slowly, not trying to go deep right away. We have the luxury of time. Most holds are around the 3-minute mark. Body takes minimum 1 to 2 minutes to release. And then you should be able to deepen the pose. Maybe going deeper on exhale, not necessarily right away, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 90 seconds. You may be able to go deeper 2 or 3 times, finding your edge, that place of some pulling, some discomfort. Moves, lessens, and you can go deeper. You want to come out of the pose slowly. Take your time. Sometimes we stretch tissues pretty far. We don't want them to snap back. Take any movements you need between poses or between sides of poses. If a pose becomes too intense or uncomfortable, you should come out of the pose and move back to something neutral and then join us when we move on. As always, your body is your most useful guide. This tends to be a more internal meditative practice. I suggest, unless we're transitioning, that you keep your eyes closed. And you should be able to maintain your belly breath for the entire duration of the practice. And slowly bring everything back to center. Feet come back to center. Ankles are still together. Toes to the sky. Switching grips. Left thumb and forefinger holding right wrist. Breath in. On the exhale, arc the body to your left. Toes are still up. And sending the heels to your left. Maybe now sending some extra breath, some energy to the right side. Some people like to cross the ankles, and I mentioned that on either side. If you want to deepen the stretch in the right thigh, you can cross right ankle over left, or you can do it the other way and help to ground the bottom heel. So either one has benefits. Choosing whatever feels good for you, or neither. Just keeping ankles together. And the breath should be smooth and relaxed. Breathing from the belly, helping to activate your parasympathetic nervous system, telling the body to rest and relax. Slowly bring everything back to center line. Take any movements you need to. Straighten the legs out. Roll the toes around a little bit. Breath in. Exhale softly. Knees come into the chest. Hands on top of knees or shins. Give yourself a hug. So let's hold this one too. So you can hold fingers, wrists locking in. Not really forcing the feet to be active, but trying to keep them mostly active, toes to the sky, as opposed to letting them flop and completely let go. Trying to bring the thighs into the belly. Double Apanasana. Should feel some opening in the hips. Stretch in the low back, glutes. Keep the knees where they are, releasing the shins. Hands come back to the mat. Keep the knees together. Draw some big circles on the sky. Reverse direction. Come back to center, both feet on the mat. Soles of feet together, knees fall out left and right. Butterfly, bend angle. If this is okay for you, just stay here. If you're feeling this is too intense, you can place a block, a towel, blanket rolled up under the knees and take a little bit away from the movement. The asana. The general guideline for me is if people's knees are just kind of out and hanging and they look comfortable, then that's probably okay. If you find your knees are quivering and shaking, that's usually a sign that you're pushing the muscles on the inside of the thighs, the tendons and ligaments a little too far, and you should back out of the pose a bit by supporting the knees. But of course, you're listening to your body. Slowly bring the knees back to center. Hands can assist if you wish. And then take any movements you need to loosen up the hips before we move on. Now would be a good time to find your strap or towel. Placing it on the ball of the right foot, avoiding the arch. Send the right leg to the sky. Have to find a different strap that doesn't have a buckle on it. It's very noisy. You want the right knee to be perfectly straight, no bend. A couple of different ways to hold the strap. I usually recommend long arms, meaning the arms are straighter and the shoulders are down on the mat. Or you can do one hand. Or you can put loops in the strap and just wrap them around the hands so the hands are not doing as much work, just the friction the strap is holding. I don't recommend bent elbows making this a rowing motion. want to keep the body as relaxed as possible. The more tension you have on the body, the harder it is to release deeper into the pose. You want the right knee perfectly straight, no bend. And if it happens to be not straight up the sky, that's okay. You'll find over time it will go straight up, and then eventually it'll start to go over the head. So just find what works for you and hold. Left hands out wherever you want. Try to keep the left foot active so the left toes are still pointing to the sky. Remember, we're avoiding the arch of the foot with whatever prop you're using. Can be not so healthy for the foot. If you push the leg too far, it's going to shake. A little is okay, a lot is definitely not okay. This is often a tight area for people, especially if you sit or stand a lot, runners especially. Need to give it some attention, some love. The weight of the arm is usually enough to deepen the pose. So you're not really working the arm muscles to pull the leg back. It's too much. Whenever you're ready, switching legs. Typically doesn't matter which side you do first. We're always doing left and right, clockwise, counterclockwise, front to back. So you do a different side first. Doesn't matter. You may find that one side is tighter than the other. Perfectly normal. And gently release the leg back down. Move the strap off to the side. Take any movements you need to. And roll to your right. Right arm's a pillow, left hand's in front of the heart. Push into left hand, extend top leg. Coming up to seated with legs in front of you. If you want to ground the sit bones a little deeper, you can roll thigh flesh in or pull glute flesh away from sit bones. Depending on your practice, you may want a block for the head on this side. Send the right leg out to the right, about 30 degrees off center. So we're going to do a variation of Janushirasana. So left foot to the inside of the right thigh. We'll level out the hips. You may want your block. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, folding along the right leg. Reach to the outside of the ankle. Turn the palms up. Bend the elbows. And then round the forehead towards the knee. And hold. You'll find as we hang out in the pose, you'll be able to go deeper. You may want to support the forehead on a block. That's up to you. Remember, you can have something under your right heel to make you more comfortable. Depends where you are on the mat. You can also move the heel so it's on the mat and then rotate the hips, depending where you're sitting. Slowly roll up. Take any movements you need to. Switching sides. Opposite leg, remember about 30 degrees off center, 30 degrees off midline. And same movement, inhale up. Exhale, fold. Turn the palms up and round. Focus on your inner world. The body, the breath, the one-pointed mind. Slowly rolling up. Straighten the legs out. Take any movements you need to. Let's move around a little bit. So we're going to come on to hands and knees, tabletop. Shoulders are stacked over the creases of the wrists, hips over the knees hip distance apart, toes tucked under, back is flat neutral, some cat-cow. Inhale, send the belly button towards the mat, lift the chin, lift the tailbone. Exhale, round the back up to the sky, look in between your knees. Move with your breath. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Looking down the hands, see where the middle fingertip ends. Pick up the hands, walk them one palm print forward. Make sure toes are tucked under. Take a breath in. Exhale, hips up and back. Downward facing dog. And let's walk the dog. So you're alternately bending left and right knees, pushing into the heels. And we'll come back to our down dog on Wicked Svanasana today for Pigeon Kapotasana. Inhale or swan. Inhale, right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the right knee into the right wrist. Softly plant it. Flex the foot. Bring it towards your left wrist. Oh, I'm cramping up. Any amount. Look over your left shoulder. Make sure your left leg is parallel to the edge of the mat. Toes can be tucked or untucked. And then slowly, I can't get to the other side because my leg is cramping up. And then slowly coming down, you can come down to elbows or stacked hands, forehead to the earth, forehead to a block. Chest can be supported by something, whatever works for you. If you want to deepen the pose, bring your right shin forward. You want to take away from the pose, bring your right shin back and hold. And breathe. Maybe the right shin is melting into the belly, giving your internal organs, your abdomen, a bit of a massage. Try to level the shoulders. Try to level the hips. And try not to curve your body to the right. So we want the spine parallel to the edge of the mat. So we're trying to avoid that curve in the spine. Slowly walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes of the back leg under, lift the back knee. Send the leg up and back. I'll switch sides again. So I'm on the right, same as you guys. So right leg's up and back, three-legged dog. We're going to do a little counter stretch. Bend the right knee, stack the right hip, open up. And then any movements you want to make. Right knee up, down, side to side, circles, whatever feels good. Find your way back to your down dog. Switching sides. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, softly, left knee behind the wrist. Flex the foot. Bring it towards your right wrist. Now I'm going to switch sides. Look over your right shoulder. Make sure the right leg's parallel to the mat. Toes tucked or untucked. And then slowly make your way down. Elbows, stacked hands, block. Remember, if you bring the shin forward, more challenging. Shin back, less challenging. Straight spine, level shoulders, level hips. Hold. Connect to your breath. Connect to the inner sense of your own body, your own space, your own world. Slowly walking the hands back underneath the shoulders. Back knee lifts. Leg comes up and back. Switching sides along the way for me. And again, if you want to open up, left hip on right, stack. Don't twist the right knee. Take any movements you need to. And finding your way back down. Let's transition back onto our backs. We'll finish with a twist. So I'm going to suggest double leg, but if you want to do a different version, single leg, rooted legs, whatever works for you, you're welcome to do that. Bring your arms out to T position, 90 degrees to the body, palms are up. Soles of both feet on the mat, knees are bent. If you want to go a little bit deeper, plant into soles of the feet. Pick up the hips, slide them an inch or two, a few centimeters to your left. Take a breath in. Exhale, knees will go to the right. If you want to deepen the twist to the cervical spine, look to your left. Close the eyes. Try to keep that left shoulder blade planted on the mat. Doesn't matter how far across the knees are coming with that left shoulder down. Maybe the knees, ankles match. If that's too much, just slide the top knee back a little bit. Slowly inhale, knees to center, head to center. If you move the hips off to the side, again, plant into the feet, bring the hips back to midline. If you want to do the offset on the other side, pick up the hips, slide them to your right. Take a breath in. Exhale, knees will go left, maybe looking to your right. Now keeping right shoulder planted. Maybe knees and ankles are stacked. Maybe not. That's okay. Slowly on an inhale, bring the knees back to center, hips back to center. A little windshield wipe of knees, side to side, or you can hug the knees into the chest. Then, whenever you're ready, send the heels up to the corners of the mat, finding your way to Shavasana, final posture. Shoulder blades are together on the back. Arms away from your sides. Palms facing up. Eyes softly closed. Breathing in and out through the nose. Breathing from the belly. Tongue falls away from the roof of the mouth. Eyes fall back in their sockets. I'll take a nice deep breath in. Letting go, sigh. And with that exhalation, feel yourself melting to the mat. Like your body is a pool of liquid melting to the earth. Coming back to your inner world, inner space, inner peace. Slowly deepening the breath. Some gentle movements come back. Fingers, toes. Taking a last full body stretch if you wish, and then making your way onto your right hand side. Right arm's a pillow, left hand's in front of the heart. Keeping eyes softly closed, gently pushing into left hand, extend top leg, come to a comfortable seat. And sit tall, hands at center, thumbs to sternum, and Jali Mudra. Thank yourself for taking this practice. Thank yourself for connecting with your inner world. From my light to yours. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. As usual, thank you, Jen, for editing. info@healthetica.ca, healthetica.com. .ca. Oops, I don't know. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, or you can post comments to this video once it's uploaded. Thank you very much. Have a great day.